Never eat garlic with these three foods. From boosting immunity to improving heart health, it's practically a superfood. But here's the thing. While garlic can do wonders for your body, the way you pair it with other foods might actually reduce its effectiveness. Have you ever wondered if there's a wrong way to eat garlic? Well, there is. In this video, we'll dive into the three foods you should never eat with garlic. Trust me, once you know what they are, you'll start making better choices to fully unlock garlic's health potential. Stay with me as we explore how these common foods can interfere with garlic's benefits, and I'll even share some healthier alternatives you can try instead. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and how to make garlic work for you. Section 1. Why garlic is so good for you. Garlic has been celebrated for centuries, not just for its ability to enhance the flavor of meals, but for its powerful health benefits. It's packed with essential nutrients like vitamin C and B6, manganese, and selenium. But the real magic happens thanks to a compound called allicin, which is released when garlic is chopped, crushed, or chewed. Allicin has been shown to have antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties, making garlic an all-around health booster. When consumed regularly, garlic can help lower cholesterol levels, reduce blood pressure, and even protect against certain cancers. It's also known for its ability to boost the immune system, making it a go-to food when you're feeling under the weather. The beans' fits don't stop there. Garlic may also support healthy digestion and improve brain function. But here's the thing. To get the most out of garlic, how and when you eat it matters. While it's a great addition to almost any dish, certain foods can actually reduce garlic's effectiveness or cause digestive issues when paired together. That's why it's important to understand which foods can clash with garlic and why you should avoid combining them. Section 2. The three foods you should never eat with garlic food. Number 1. Dairy products, garlic, and dairy. It sounds like a match made in comfort food heaven. Creamy garlic sauces, cheesy garlic bread, and butter-soaked garlic pastas. These combinations are popular, tasty, and found in kitchens all over the world. But from a nutritional standpoint, garlic and dairy aren't exactly best friends. The main problem comes down to how dairy interacts with garlic's active compounds, particularly allicin. Allicin is the powerful, sulfur-rich compound released when garlic is chopped or crushed. It's responsible for garlic's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and heart protective benefits. But allicin is also very delicate. It doesn't take much to weaken or destroy it before it can be absorbed by your body. When you combine garlic with dairy products like milk, cheese, or cream, you introduce fats and proteins that can reduce the bioavailability of allicin. In simple terms, the calcium and proteins in dairy can bind to these active compounds, making them harder for your body to absorb. It's like putting a superhero in a locked room. They're still strong, but they can't help anyone if they're stuck. Beyond just blocking absorption, dairy can slow down digestion overall. Fats in dairy take longer to digest, and when garlic is stuck in the same digestive process, its compounds may break down before they reach the bloodstream. This means fewer benefits for your heart, immune system, and metabolism. Let's look at the research. A number of studies have shown that certain dairy proteins, like casein, can interfere with the absorption of plant-based nutrients, including antioxidants and polyphenols. Garlic may be no exception. One study even suggested that consuming raw garlic with high-fat milk reduced the availability of allicin by nearly 40%. That's a huge drop in benefit for just one pairing choice. Also, consider how dairy affects the gut. Garlic is known to support gut health and balance the microbiome, but dairy can sometimes trigger inflammation or digestive issues, especially in people who are lactose intolerant or sensitive to casein. Combining the two could result in bloating, cramps, or even diarrhea, things you definitely don't want when trying to eat healthily. Let's be clear though, this doesn't mean you have to swear off dairy forever. The idea is to separate garlic and dairy when you want the full medicinal or nutritional benefits of garlic. For example, if you're taking raw garlic for immune support or cholesterol control, don't wash it down with a glass of milk or include it in a cheesy dish. Instead, take it on an empty stomach or with something that helps, like olive oil, vegetables, or a lean protein. If you do love creamy dishes, you can still get that texture without compromising the benefits of garlic. Try using plant-based alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut cream. These options are lower in calcium and animal fats and won't interact with garlic in the same way. They're also easier on digestion and can still give you that rich, smooth mouthfeel. You can also explore non-dairy cheeses made from nuts or soy. These often contain less casein and are less likely to interfere with garlic's absorption. In fact, many plant-based eaters report feeling less bloated and more energized when switching to dairy alternatives while still using garlic in their cooking. In summary, garlic and dairy are like two strong personalities that don't work well in the same room. On their own, they each offer benefits, but when paired, dairy tends to overpower garlic's delicate compounds. If you're eating garlic for flavor, go ahead and enjoy your garlic pizza. But if you're eating it for health, it's best to keep the cheese out of the picture. Food number 2, sweet fruits. At RST glance, garlic and fruit don't seem like they'd ever cross paths. But in today's world of health trends and creative recipes, it's surprisingly common. You'll see raw garlic tossed into green smoothies, detox juices, or even included in immune-boosting fruit bowls. It sounds like a health powerhouse, but in reality, pairing garlic with sweet fruits can lead to digestive trouble and reduce the effectiveness of both. Let's start with what makes fruits sweet. Bananas, grapes, mangoes, apples, and pineapples are all rich in fructose, a natural sugar. This sugar gives fruit its taste, but it also ferments quickly in the gut. Garlic, on the other hand, is high in sulfur compounds and prebiotics, substances that feed good bacteria in the gut. Now, when you combine these two, you create the perfect environment for fermentation in your digestive system. That might sound like a cool science project, but in your stomach, it often leads to gas, bloating, cramps, and discomfort. That's because the sugar in fruit ferments faster than the garlic can be digested. It's like dumping a bag of sugar into a warm, humid space. Bacteria love it, and the result is a bubbly, gassy mess. The other issue is digestion speed. Fruits digest quickly, usually within 30 minutes. Garlic, especially when raw, takes longer and needs time to be broken down and absorbed effectively. When you eat them together, the fast-digesting fruits can actually push the garlic through your system too quickly. The result? Your body doesn't have enough time to absorb allicin, the powerful compound in garlic that provides its most important health benefits. This becomes especially problematic if you're using garlic medicinally. For example, to lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, or get rid of cold. You might think you're doing your body a favor with a garlic banana smoothie, but you could be reducing the effectiveness of both ingredients. The garlic gets rushed, and the fruit sugars may even cause blood sugar spikes, which counteract garlic's stabilizing effects. There's also a flavor conflict at play. Garlic's pungent, spicy bite doesn't blend well with the sweetness of most fruits. While some recipes attempt to mask the garlic taste with honey or citrus, the end result is often harder to digest and may leave you with an upset stomach, or just a weird aftertaste. Now, let's be clear, fruits themselves are incredibly healthy. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, antioxidants, and water. And garlic, of course, is one of nature's best medicines. But together, they're not the dream team you might think. So, what's the better approach? If you want to enjoy both fruits and garlic in your diet, space them out. Eat your fruits earlier in the day, perhaps on an empty stomach when they digest best. Save your garlic for later meals where it can be paired with savory foods, healthy fats, and slow-digesting proteins. This way, your body gets the best of both worlds without the digestive chaos. Another great option is to pair garlic with low-sugar vegetables that still offer freshness and crunch, like cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, or spinach. These support digestion, don't interfere with allicin, and allow your body to fully absorb garlic's benefits. And if you're taking raw garlic on an empty stomach as a home remedy, do nightly skip the fruit right afterward. Wait at least an hour before introducing sugars back into your diet, giving your body time to properly process the garlic. To sum it all up, sweet fruits and garlic are nutritional powerhouses on their own, but when combined, they clash more than they cooperate. Give each of them the space to do what they do best, and your body will thank you for it. Food number 3, starchy foods. Garlic and starchy foods are a classic combo. Think garlic. Mashed potatoes, garlic bread, pasta with garlic butter, or even garlicky rice dishes. They taste amazing, no doubt about it. But while your taste buds may celebrate, your digestive system might be dealing with a whole different story. Let's break it down. Starchy foods like potatoes, rice, bread, pasta, and even corn are high in complex carbohydrates. These carbs take time to break down in the digestive system and often require a good amount of digestive enzymes to fully process. Garlic, on the other hand, contains compounds like allicin that are absorbed best when digestion is light and quick. When you mix garlic with heavy starchy meals, the absorption of its active compounds gets delayed or disrupted. Why? Because starch slows down digestion overall. It takes longer for food to leave your stomach, which means the garlic compounds can get broken down or lost before your body has a chance to absorb them fully. In simple terms, you're not getting the most out of your garlic. There's also the issue of gut fermentation. Starches can ferment in the gut, especially when combined with other foods that are high in sulfur, like garlic. This fermentation can lead to uncomfortable symptoms like gas, bloating, belching, or heaviness after meals. Many people assume it's the garlic causing the discomfort, but it's usually the combination of garlic with starchy carbs that's to blame. It's important to know that garlic is naturally antimicrobial. It works to kill harmful bacteria in your gut. But when mixed with large amounts of starch, especially rennet starches like white bread or white rice, garlic ends up being neutralized before it can do its job. The rennet starches cause a quick spike in blood sugar, while the garlic is left behind, struggling to keep up. This combo is also rough on people with insulin resistance, diabetes, or metabolic issues. While garlic can help regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity, combining it with high-starch meals may undo those very benefits. It's like putting one foot on the gas and one on the brake. You don't go anywhere. From a culinary point of view, starch also tends to dilute garlic's intensity. When garlic is added to creamy mashed potatoes or a thick pasta sauce, you're not just softening the flavor, you're reducing its impact. Cooking garlic too long with starch-heavy foods can also degrade allicin, the very compound that gives garlic its healing power. So even if you think you're getting your daily garlic intake, your body might only be getting a fraction of what it could. That doesn't mean you can never eat garlic with carbs again. It just means you should be mindful of the type of carbs and how they're prepared. If you want to keep starch in the mix, go for complex unrenned carbohydrates like quinoa, sweet potatoes, or brown rice. These digest more slowly and don't spike your blood sugar as quickly, which gives garlic a better chance to do its work. You can also adjust the timing and portions. Use smaller amounts of starch and bigger servings of non-starchy vegetables, and try to avoid drowning your carbs in creamy, cheesy, or fatty toppings, which only complicate digestion further. If you're eating garlic for health reasons, like improving immunity, reducing cholesterol, or supporting your heart, it's best to pair it with light meals that contain healthy fats, like olive oil or avocado, and lean proteins, like fish or legumes. These combos allow garlic to shine without being slowed down. To wrap it up, garlic and starchy foods might make a delicious pair on the plate, but inside your body, they can trip each other up. If you want garlic to give you its full range of benefits, give it some space away from heavy starches. Your gut and your health will feel the difference. How to maximize garlic's benefits. Now that you know what not to eat with garlic, let's talk about how to make the most of it. Because when used right, garlic can be one of the most powerful natural ingredients in your kitchen. First, the way you prepare garlic matters. To activate allicin, the compound responsible for many of garlic's benefits, you need to crush or chop the garlic and then let it sit for about 10 minutes before cooking. This gives the enzymes time to react and produce allicin, which would otherwise be destroyed by heat. If you're cooking garlic, add it toward the end of the cooking process to preserve as much of its active compounds as possible. And if you can handle it, eating raw garlic is even more effective. Just be sure to do it on an empty stomach or with foods that won't interfere, like fresh vegetables or healthy fats. Speaking of which, garlic pairs beautifully with olive oil. The healthy fat not only helps with nutrient absorption, but also balances out garlic's strong avor. Leafy greens, beans, lentils, and lean proteins like chicken or SH also work well with garlic and allow its benefits to be absorbed more effectively. And if you're using garlic for heart health, digestion, or immune support, consistency is key. A small amount of garlic used regularly will go much further than eating a large amount just once in a while, especially if it's paired with the right foods. So instead of tossing garlic into just anything, take a moment to think about what you're mixing it with. A little planning can go a long way toward boosting your health. Make garlic work for you. Garlic is a powerful tool in your health toolbox, but just like any tool, you have to use it the right way. By avoiding dairy, sweet fruits, and heavy starches when eating garlic, you allow its best qualities to shine through. Remember, the goal isn't to give up your favorite foods forever. It's just about being mindful of how you combine them. With a few small tweaks, garlic can go from just another ingredient to a daily dose of wellness. And now that you know the 3 foods to avoid, you're better equipped to make garlic work harder and smarter for your health.